Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Spartans ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And I know it's only one drive, but that sets a standard that you want to live up to, not only the rest of this game, but maybe the entire season.
And these players were talking about the talent they had coming into this game. They've got a lot of speed. They've got some experience. They've got guys that have played a lot of snaps. So it's not just going to be the expectations in their own huddle, in their own locker room, but I think for fans of college football watching this team play all year, they're going to be expecting them to put up points.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense set for a first down play. On the ground, it's Mayo. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It's caught. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He's right on target. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back to the air one more time. He's going for it all. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's Proctor. Buys a little time with his feet. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Buying some time. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Nothing but green ahead. He's up to 41 yards for him on the ground now. What a 1st quarter for this guy. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Run in the red zone, it's locked. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback checking the play. Linebackers trying to create some confusion.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. To throw, it's Proctor. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Broncos!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders. Defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Northern Illinois delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in the come. Thing is, this sucker was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the MAC. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Leaves it with the running back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on second and short. Leaves it with the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And I think that can be really frustrating for a defense. You're in your own end. You want to create some space, second and inches, trying to get physical, but can't get physical enough to get the first down. Now it's third down. What do you do now?
Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. And the Spartans are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Got a man. It's Mayo. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got room to work. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Man, this guy just has a lot of skills when he's toting the rock, doesn't he? He's got speed, but he's also physical. Kind of reminds you of great Michigan State running backs. Guys like Le'Veon Bell or T.J. Duckett. They could run guys over, but once they got in the second level, they could take it the distance. This guy has skills like that.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Spartans! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. First down for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D-line and Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job.
Touchdown, Sparty! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wide out in motion. He'll start this drive firing. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Michigan State. And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Second down coming up. Quarterback checking off. To the air. It's Proctor. Pocket starts to collapse. And he intercepts it. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Spartans.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
That's caught. It's Morrison. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking for a man, it's Proctor. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
He's just Johnny on the spot. And now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets open down the middle. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Using his legs, it's Mayo, and he could not get loose on the run. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Broncos will kick it away to crank up the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This quarterback part of their running game. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Spartans headed quickly to the line. Shotgun snap on third down. Finds his tight end. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Got a lot of running room. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll throw it on first down. Touchdown, Sparty! And the stomping has commenced.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. But jet sweep pass. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Wants to throw. It's Proctor. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Broncos have this offense rolling. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. Second and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Riley. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
It's complete to the left. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Mayo. At the 35, he's open. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
They run the reverse.
A lot of times you have these guys start, these wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be jet sweeps. Just find ways to give him the football, because he can get 5 yards in a hurry when you need those plays, especially when you want to mix it up on the defense and keep them guessing.
Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the 3rd. They'll run play action. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Michigan State. And the beatdown has ensued.
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting hit, and the receiver does the rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Going for the big play. and is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They're bringing heat, and they got him for the sack.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's got room. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
Michigan State 45, Boise State 22.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Starting to feel a little pressure. All kinds of time before he fires right. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 25. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
How many ways can I get it to my guy?